Well, in a certain way, the union between the three works, it's myself. As Marius Constant, we did the orchestration of Gaspard de la Nuit by Ravel, because Ravel did that only for piano, and Ravel, who orchestrated a lot of his own music, didn't orchestrate Gaspard because he believes that Scarbo, the third piece, is so difficult for the orchestra, and it's quite true. And so Marius Constant was a friend of mine at the Beaux-Arts Academy in Paris, when I'm a member, and now I'm the perpetual secretary of this academy. And so we were friends, and I did the premiere of this piece. I created it, I recorded it, so there is a union between, this piece and myself for a long time. And Qígāng Chén was, the last student of Olivier Messiaen, the great French composer, and he's a very good friend, and I did conduct a lot of his music as he was in France. And when I was thinking to compose myself a piece about a very famous Chinese book, which is the Journey to the West, the story of the king of the monkeys, who is going to help a monk to go to do a fabulous journey with a lot of monsters to India. So Journey to the West from China to India to receive the books of the truth written by Buddha. And when they arrive at the end of the journey, the books are blank because the truth is in the journey. Okay. So the three things, it's coherent, you see, and so I'm very happy too, because this piece will be I did the world premiere in China, but it's the first time that it's played in Europe. So there is all the three pieces are about a journey in a certain way, and the concerto, of course, will introduce, I don't know if the Chinese public know well, the Chinese violin only with two strings, called Yeou, very hard to pronounce for an Occidental, and it's amazing to see how those young musicians, so talented, Yeou, who is coming, she's wonderful, play a concerto that is written originally for violin. Maxim Vengerov did the premiere, and with this small instrument she plays all this. It's absolutely fabulous. And so I think that we propose some discovery for the public. I think that the audience will be people curious to hear something that they don't know about. To tell the truth now, as a conductor, each time I conduct a piece, I say, why you don't know it as well as when you conduct your music. When I conduct my music, I know it's so absolutely clear for me, absolutely clear. And it's even easy for me to accept something that has written and that doesn't sound that well because we don't have enough time, etc. Okay, I can make the deal with myself. I cannot make the deal with Maurice Ravel. And so, of course, you must see that from the orchestra. Well, first thing is, so here it's new pieces, but let's say that I do a Brahms symphony. The orchestra has played 100 times this Brahms symphony. Each musician has his own concept, tempo. So I will have to impose myself and to do it in such a way that even if they don't agree, they feel that it's my way and they will. But in my music, who is going to say, maestro, it's too fast? It's my music, and today it's funny because the cello solo at one time say, because I was conducting, he said, but maestro, you wrote quasi cadenza, so I can do what I want to say. Yes, but I want to. Then I told him, well, I'm allowed to change because I'm the boss. So, but of course, to tell the truth, when there is one of my pieces in a program with an orchestra that I don't know, when it's the first time I come, then I love to start with my piece because I have such a control that I take the connection with the orchestra immediately, They have no choice, they don't know this music, they are with me, and then after for all the rest, it's easier. But you're right, to compose your own music and to conduct your own music is something, of course, very important, but there is a danger. it means that when people want to hear it, they call you. And so finally, there is not so many conductors who get the use to conduct your music, because you conduct yourself your music too much, you know. So it's a balance to find. But I must say here, it's very nice to do it. No, it's my first connection. In Italy, I did conduct Torino Radio Orchestra and Angelicum de Milano a long time ago, but you don't know why in career sometimes, and of course I did conduct with a great pleasure many times La Fenice, a concert at La Fenice with this wonderful orchestra. It was just before the terrible fire. So of course, you know, I remember once I was conducting in Torino and go straight in Germany to conduct in Baden-Baden the day after. I almost had the feeling the second day that I could not conduct, because the Italian orchestra react really a lot like French. You know, it's easy. You listen to an Italian man or lady speaking. He speak about twice faster than anyone in Europe. You know, so they are extremely reactive. And when after I came to Germany and I was doing boom and boom, the sound arrived. After I need like 30 seconds to get used, you know, to it. Claudio Abbado explained to me something one day. We had a very nice dinner together, and he explained to me that with the Mahler Young Orchestra, one day they want to do a joke with him, and at the beginning, I think of course, you know, I don't. They faked to play, but they didn't play. And he told me that as the sound didn't come, he fell down. Could you believe that? Because there was not the sound to support. He fall down, and the young musicians were so sad, but it was okay. So, of course, when we work like this, the first thing is that they are very concentrated, which is nice. And this idea that orchestra talk a lot, not here, I must say they were very concentrated. The second thing, which is very nice, that I love to come in advance. You arrive 20 minutes before, you already have a third or half of the orchestra preparing, practicing, so which means that they are very professional, you see. And of course, it's a new music for them, so it's neat to get used. What could be improved, I don't know, maybe it's like that, but improving the orchestra, honestly, is that for me the bass cello, the section is too small. For this music, you need 16, 14, 12, 10, 8. 8 bass. Here you have 4. So sometimes even in the Qígāng Chén music, there is divisions that we cannot play all, you see? So it's a question of sound. But I love the reactivity, they are very nice, I must say, that, you know, for they arrive guys that they don't know with the new music, you know, with a problem with percussion instrument missing or like that, in a period which was, I think, a little complex for the orchestra, and everybody is so nice. The solists are with an excellent level, and they have the great, you know, you feel with these musicians that they expect something from you, which is bring me from a point A to a point B. I don't want to be bored. You know, and when you feel that, then, you know, we work in such a way that, for example, I've not seen one musician saying that we were coming close to the end of the rehearsal, the concentration was exactly the same. No, I must say, I have a very nice time with them. The first thing is that I think that the connection with the young public is extremely important, so that the people get used. And you know, for example, when I was doing concert for young public, I always refused to have the public in the audience. I put the young boys and girls in middle of the musician, so they they are involved. And we are in a world now where everything must be prepared, everything must have an immediate answer. You don't take the time. The sound must be very, very strong so that, with amplification, we are in a world of acoustic sound. We must use the people to come, to make the effort to listen, It's like you go in a museum now, everybody is doing this with his photo with his iPhone, and they go, and say, but look at it. Do you know that your eyes see much more than a machine? You're here. You can do much better than a machine. So this is the idea to learn to the people to discover, but with one idea, which is no compromission. I don't believe that you will give the taste and the love of Mozart if you put drums behind ta-da-dum, 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 pam, ta-da-dum. No, you don't do like that. You bring the people to really listen what is beautiful. The idea of culture is not to make the culture low, to be at an average level. It's to help the people to raise and to come and to discover. So at the same time, I would say to a young composer who comes, for example, there is one that I will see in a while. The first thing is to show me your music. Send me, I want to listen, I'm curious. But don't do any compromission on what is essential. And you know what is very important for an artist to know where is your center. I love to conduct. I was a music director of 2 orchestras in France, so I've conducted all my life. But my center is composition. And if I had to do only one thing tomorrow, it's composition. It's very important. As the same thing, in the same idea, I always keep playing piano. I did play piano. I stopped to play on stage after I was 32 or 3 because it was too much pressure with all together. But I still play piano to have the contact, physical contact. Problem of a conductor, you do this, there is no sound. You must give the people in front of you the desire to play for you. And then you will have this very strange thing that you will say, oh, this conductor has a sound. No, the orchestra has a sound, but you bring it. So we'll say to the people, be open, be curious. Just stop the frenzy of social media, of all this. Open your ears and do music, and this is why. And I love to be in Italy for another reason that there is this little proverb, sentence that say que les Italiens sont des Françaises de bonne humeur, de bonne humeur. Hein? And I feel that. And we eat so good in Palermo. And could you imagine that for me, the emotions that was, as I was in Hotel des Palmes, the director proposed me to go and to play on the Wagner piano where he composed Parsifal, and I'm myself composing Houdini, my 3rd opera. So I was extremely moved. I almost could not play. So it's a fantastic week for me. Thank you.